Namaskar. Myself Dr. Nandakumar Lakshman Kadam, Vice Principal, Jaisingpur College, Jaisingpur. Hello friends, I welcome you in this session. At the outset, I must thank and congratulate Principal Balwant College, Head Department of Commerce, Head Department of Chemistry and all the team for organizing faculty development program. I also extend my sincere thanks to the college, to the principal and to the all organizing committee for providing me an opportunity to share my views in respect of commercial effects in current scenario with reference to service sector. I think I need not to explain the significance of service sector. It is our present experience. We are enjoying our communication. You are enjoying my lecture at your home, at ease, maybe holding a cup of tea in your hand. This is the blessing of this service sector. Now, in this stalemate situation, IT is the only solution for communication as well as transactions. It is said that a man can live without food and water for 3 days, but nowadays it is just very difficult to live without internet, without social media even for 3 hours. This is the blessings, this is the power of, this is the significance of social media, internet and the service sector. The service sector covers a wide array of activities. It covers many activities, many professions and many services. Major of these are services provided by the most sophisticated sectors like telecommunications, satellite mapping and computer softwares. Highly capital intensive activities like tourism, real estate and housing, including services associated with the construction. It also includes infrastructure related activities like railways, roadways and ports. Social sector related activities like health and education. Simple services like those which are performed by the carpenter, plumbers, electricians, etc., etc. Food services like hotels, restaurants, dhabas and so on. Transport related services like passenger transport, goods transport, shipping, port services, road transport, railways, airways and also water transports. It also includes storage services like warehouses, cold storages, etc., etc. It also includes financial services like banks, financial institutions, credit societies and so on. Insurance services, life insurance, fire insurance, marine insurance and such other insurances. Business services like computer related services, research and development in business activities, accounting services, legal services to the business, renting of machinery and such other services. Community and social services, which includes government establishments as well as government departments, okay, local authorities. It also includes personal services like barber service, massage service, etc. And the most important is IT and IT related services, that is business process outsourcing, engineering services, software products, all these are. The major services are health services which getting momentum today. Medical care providers like physicians, specialists, clinics, nursing homes, hospitals, diagnostic services centers, pathology laboratories, medical equipment manufacturers, pharmaceutical manufacturers and providers, all these are comes under the health services. Education services from primary education to higher education, technical education, vocational education, medical education, all types of education comes under the service sector. The list is not exhaustive. There are n number of services which are being provided. Some of them may be not categorized in the above list. India's service sector has emerged as a prominent sector in terms of its contribution to national and state governments, incomes, trade flows, foreign direct investment inflows and employment. It contributes over 60% to the country's gross domestic product, and it is the largest recipient of foreign direct investment in India, with inflow of $82 billion between April 2000 and March 2020. As much as about 55% of jobs are being offered by the service sector. In 2018, 31.45% of India's employed population was working in the service sector. This service sector is a key driver of India's economic growth. In the fiscal year 2019-20, the sector contributed 55.39% to India's gross value added at current price. Its gross value added grew at 1.45% to $1064.8 billion. Net export estimate from services stood at $214.14 billion, while import was at $131.41 billion. According to a recent report published by the Confederation of Indian Industry, India has moved up to become the fastest growing service economy in the world. All these points specifies the significance of the service sector in the economy, in the nation's development, and also in our day-to-day life. The government of India recognized the importance of promoting growth in services sector and provides several incentives across a wide variety of sectors like healthcare, tourism, education, engineering, communications, transportations, information technology, banking, finance and management, among all others. Government is taking sincere efforts for developing all these service sector. It is very clear that the coronavirus, namely COVID-19, already has an impact on the global economy. Not only on the Indian economy, but it has impact on the global economy. Suddenly, from the last week of the month of March, everything becomes different. It has taken hold of a daily life of worldwide and pulverized almost all annual planning and economic forecasts from individual to nation. India is not an exception to this. India is one of the most affected countries from the coronavirus pandemic. India's service sector collapsed in April 2020 with the coronavirus lockdown. This pandemic making the sector come to a complete standstill. The Indian services economy posted its worst ever month-on-month drop in business activity since April. In the 3 months between April to June 2020, India experienced massive economic decline predicted at 45%. Today, India is the lowest investment grade level. Most of the businesses were shut due to the lockdown and also fell drastically as the pandemic hindered operations and led to a decline in demand. Sectors such as tourism, travel, aviation, hospitality and trade will face the first brunt of this service. first brunt of the severe of this pandemic. It is not a good time to be in the travel and tourism business. Airlines, hoteliers, tour operators, restaurants and transport services providers have all been hard hit as a consequence of travel restrictions. Banks will also have to be wary of a rise in non-performing assets, NPAs, if the shutdown on travel and malls continues. A zero revenue situation will definitely impact the ability of services loans. India, a major importer of electronics goods from China, stands to be affected a lot by the higher prices of Chinese electric and electronic components caused by the supply shortages. Clearly, the worst is yet to come, as nationwide store closures and prohibitions to leave the house will weigh heavily on the service sector. No doubt, coronavirus brought worst effects on the economy. It has opened new doors also. It has directed us to think and work differently. It proved that our necessities are less and desires are more. But on the other hand of the coin, it provided boost to some activities and some business services. For example, COVID-19 will dramatically accelerated digital transformation in banking. There are some industries experiencing a growth impetus like online retailing, online food delivery services and other kinds of contactless delivery services. Along with this, the increase in demand for health and education also led to expansion of this sector. Created highest demand for free face masks. We are observing, we are experiencing that COVID-19 has created highest demand for face masks, sanitizers and other preventive medicines and medicines which can be used against COVID-19 virus. But like they say, one man's loss in another man's gain. One man's loss is another man's gain, and it is true in this case as well. The healthcare industry and supplies of pharmaceuticals, medical equipments and biotechnological devices may prosper. It shifted the concept of work from office to work from home. This is a paradigm shift, you may say, that now the concept is being introduced, already in working, that previously we were accepting that we have to work from office, but now we have to work from home. So it shifted the concept work from office to work from home. It forced to work online. Unnecessary gatherings and unnecessary spending on such gatherings also restricted. The government of India is aiming to attract companies that wish to move out of China or are looking for an alternative to China. The government has been looking at the China plus one strategy for a number of months. Now it will come true. The Karnataka government is also following a compete with China cluster strategy. These two strategies, one is government of India is following since months, the strategy is China plus one, and now Karnataka has started that a strategy that compete with China cluster strategy. Problems and obstacles and odds are not new for us. We have faced many serious and severe challenges in past too. The worst situation will explore something new. At least an additional experience to face such type of challenges. Be positive. The days will turn and again we will stand more competently and more equipped. Be safe and be take care of you and yours. Thank you very much.